Paparazzis are all outside the restaurant. It's absolutely crazy.
No, by the way, there is a private way in and out that I can protect people. So they're not even getting half of them. And the people that they are getting pretty much want to be gotten.
Got it.
And it's really kind of one of those infuriating experiences because I'm Switzerland. If you want to go out and get publicity, God bless. I don't have anything to do with it. And there's no way to stop it. Like we've even had conversations with the police in the city. They have every right to be on that sidewalk. They know their rights. They know exactly what they're allowed to do and what they're not allowed to do.
Even if they so they can't, I'm assuming they can't block your entrance and stuff like that.
They can and they can't, but what am I going to do? Call the cops every 2 minutes that they're blocking the entrance?
Yeah, they ain't coming.
I can't, right? So I have a private way in and out the back that, so there's a lot of people that use that. And by the way, I'm a huge fan of most of these people and they deserve all the accolades that they're getting. And I never take it for granted that somebody wants to come and eat there.
Last time I was there, J-Lo, Larry King, another table has got Randy Gerber, George Clooney. I mean, there's some major celebrities in there.
Good people.
How do you train a staff to deal with these huge names in a way where they're not like shaking when they put the plate down? Because it's not that you just don't throw them to the wolves, I assume.
Yeah. So, I think a lot of our staff has been there for a really long time. We have very little turnover. In fact, during COVID, we didn't lay anybody off. And what you need to understand is that they're just people and they want a good dining experience. And how to enable them to have that without getting too caught up in actually who they are. And so I think the older servers are used to it now. They've kind of gotten, I don't know if you ever get really used to it. And then the newer ones, sometimes I'll have a word with them or the maitre d' will have a word with them saying, so-and-so is going to be sitting on table 6. Just take it easy. Just go easy.
What if they tried to ask for a selfie? That's a no-no, right?
No, I would literally murder them and sit in jail happily.
Okay.
Would you scream, "Hey, stupid," across the line?
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't take a selfie.
No, but it's like, you got to be really careful. It's all in their handbooks, right? There's no social media posts. There's none of that stuff. And it's just like, I don't even take pictures with them.
Yeah.
I never post about a celebrity eating in there unless they've posted about it. Right.
Probably why you're so successful.
Well, I want it to be a private place. Like whatever happens in Craig's should stay in Craig's. And there was one time where there was a group of celebrities in there, and it was really unfortunate because I didn't know it, but there was what was his name? Jingle Jared. There was a website, a blog.
Oh, Just Jared.
Just Jared.
Yeah.
Right. So I think his name is Jingle Jared. Isn't it?
I don't know his name.
No.
Taylor
Jingle Jared. No, Jingle Jared's the music guy. Just Jared is
okay.
Jingle Jared's a great guy. He moved to Nashville and I love him. Let's get that straight because I don't want to be bad.
We love Jingle Jared on the show.
We love Jingle Jared.
Just Jared,
which I didn't have any personal, I didn't care, but I didn't know who he was. And he was in the restaurant and I didn't know that. And so the next day it was all over the papers, who was in the restaurant, who they were talking to, who was table hopping. And everybody thought I was in on it, and I wasn't. I had nothing to do with it, and I took the heat for it. But I want what happens in that restaurant to kind of stay in that restaurant. And for that one bad experience, there's been 1,000 others that haven't been in the press.
So you're not going to tell Michael about my boyfriend that you've seen me with?
Who are you?
And you're not going to tell Lauren about my boyfriend? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
But by the way, that is very
important.
Culturally sensitive.
No, it's important that I would think for what you do, if you see something, zip the lip.
Well, look, I learned very early on that you can never get in trouble by not opening your mouth.
Craig's, I feel like, blew up because so many celebrities and influencers went in and posted naturally and organically, which is rare. A lot of these people get paid millions of dollars to post. I mean, you have the Kardashians throwing birthday parties and closing down the restaurant. You have Kris Jenner in their pictures. I mean, you have a lot of different influencers and celebs. How did that happen? Was it all organic? Yeah,
I mean, I think we kind of all grew up together, right? So I was 22 years old when I started at Dan Tana's. I was 43 when I opened my own place. And I think The town, LA loves people that put it all out on the line, right? So they knew that I was leaving a pretty good job, and I was going to open up my own restaurant. And it's a very, you're all in, right? You put all your money in. You've got there's no safety net, and people respond to that. And I think that they love to see when people take real risks. And I was really lucky. A lot of people supported me, and they wanted to see me succeed. And even in the beginning, when the food was a little inconsistent and the service was a little inconsistent, they were still coming back a lot. And they knew that I was gonna get it. Like I wasn't like I didn't put my foot in the sand and say, "Well, this is the way it is, whether you like it or not." I go, "No, no, no. You're right." And so it developed a lot, and I credit a lot of people like Chef Kirsten. He was the second chef, took over, I think September of that year, and thank God he's been a great partner in crime. My wife could not have been more, supportive. I mean, who looks at a 44-year-old person and says, you should go out on your own in the riskiest business in the world, you know? So when you've got a lot of people that are that supportive, what happens is those life moments we talked about, birthdays, celebrations, deaths, all those things, those life moments. Think about how many life moments you've celebrated at a restaurant.